Good afternoon and welcome back to your Co-op Community Stadium. We've got the Emirates FA Cup fever once again as fellow National League North side Kettering make the short journey north to entertain the breaks in the third round of qualifying for the world's oldest and most vintage cup competition. Of course, Kettering have a point to prove following the injustice they felt on their last trip here to your Co-op Community Stadium in the FA Trophy, which saw a chaotic Tuesday evening unfold last season. Conceding 3 goals, 3 players seeing red, a floodlight failure and a lengthy delay before a 3-0 defeat left Cox and his Poppy side felt hard done by their trophy exit. If this afternoon produces even half the drama that we witnessed here last season between these two, this one could shape up to be a classic Emirates FA Cup tie. Both sides will want to start the October month off strong, but can the Poppies come out blooming, or will the breaks once again turn the lights out on Kettering's hopes of a cut run? Weaver with the goal kick up, picked up by Callum Powell. Kettering looking to get out the blocks in storming fashion, and immediately down the left-hand side, Brown beating Meredith, getting towards the penalty area, pulls it back. Oh, it was Callum Powell steering towards goal and just wide of Jake Weaver's far post, but Kettering win an early corner. What can he muster up here then? Steph Morley. 3 minutes on the clock here at your Co-op Community Stadium. Early opportunity for Leamington to get a grasp on the game. Steph Morley it will be, left-footed, luminous green boots. Up he steps, Morley over the wall and into the bottom corner. And it's the dream start for Leamington and the dream strike by Steph Morley. Up he stepped, left-footed. You'd put all your money on Steph Morley hitting the target from that range, but he got it right on the money. An absolute peach of a set piece from Steph Morley into the bottom corner, and Leamington immediately put themselves right in the driving seat. Leamington 1, Kettering Town 0.
Well, we spoke about it just before he hit it, didn't we? Steph Morley territory, and he stepped up to it 2-3 yards away from the ball, whipped it in across the goalkeeper. The despairing dive of Rhys Davis wasn't getting anywhere near it, and Leamington have an early lead.
Turner on this near side meanwhile just complaining that Barrett went in a bit heavy on him, and Barrett's gone in again on Dan Turner and just maybe had one challenge too many on Dan Turner, who'd already hit the deck under the challenge of Connor Barrett, and Barrett went in for another stamp on Dan Turner, and things just heated up slightly right in front of our commentary position here. It's Jack Edwards involved, Joe Clark from Leamington, Sheriff the opposing Kettering captain, as well as Connor Barrett himself.
I think what's happened is I think Dan Turner was very smart. He got a little kick off the ball just before the throw came in, and then it's just a bit of naivety from Kettering because he's going to try and go down, and he did exactly that. The minute he felt the contact, he's gone down. I think what actually rolled it up was Steph Morley came straight in, picked up the ball and dummied to launch it into the face of Connor Barrett, which infuriated Connor Barrett. He gave a shove back. Jack Edwards came in, gave a shove, and then they all got involved in a bit of handbags, but Jack Edwards has picked up a yellow card.
Steph Morley left-footed. It's a good delivery, deep. Met by Kettering Town head. Might come for Parker to hit first time, but straight down the throat of Rhys Davis. But really connected with that, didn't he, Joe Parker on his left foot from the angle. But Rhys Davis level to the effort. Good positioning by the Kettering Town goalkeeper. Leamington lead by a goal to 0 here at your Co-op Community Stadium as Powell looks to reel away from Jack Lane, turns in field, goes for goal, and it's off the line by Kyle Morrison. Terrific defending, a goal-saving clearance from the Leamington centre-back. Well, Callum Powell, it was Jack Lane who got himself in all sorts of knots with a bouncing ball over the top of the defence. Callum Powell robbed the centre-back of possession, span away and looked to just guide into that bottom corner. It had beaten Jake Weaver, but it was off the line by Kyle Morrison, and now it's a Kettering corner kick. Off the line and in! And Kettering have their equaliser, and it's Claudio Afusu with it as he knee slides away in front of those Kettering Town supporters. And Kettering have made an FA Cup tie out of this.
Bit of ping ball, wasn't it? Jake Weaver, I think, may have got a hand to it, and then it just ricocheted back into a sea of bodies. And Afuso, I think, just lashed it into a net from all of a yard away. It had been coming just in that bit of play before. Callum Powell really put the pressure on Jack Lane. And that's the size and stature of the man that Powell is. You can't really put hands on him. You're in risk of giving away a penalty. And like you say, Lane got himself in a bit of trouble. Leamington didn't defend the box, didn't defend the set piece well enough. It was a really good ball in.
As the rain continues to team down here in Warwickshire. Leamington 1, Kettering Town 1. The third round of Emirates FA Cup qualifying. And this one is turning out to be an absolute cracker. About 26 minutes of it. In it comes then, right-footed delivery, it's a wicked one, and Weaver had to put out the save as the ball came all the way through to him. and turned it round his left-hand post. Edwards, who loves to turn and invite the fullbacks forward, he's not being given the space all the time to do that. He picks up this time though about 25 yards from goal, and this time he can spread out wide to Dan Meredith. Cross opportunity now for Dan Meredith. In it goes, and it's turned in, is it? It is! And it's Dan Turner at the back post who restores Leamington's lead. It wasn't pretty at all, but Dan Turner won't care. He picks up his 4th goal of the season in all competitions, and that all came from Dan Meredith. His teasing ball to the back post couldn't be dealt with by the backpedaling Kettering defence. And again, the Poppies find themselves behind at your Co-op Community Stadium.
Well, like you say, it's that originally from Jack Edwards. We spoke about it before. When the press comes from Kettering, Leamington could get out on the other side, and Jack Edwards spotted it this time. He saw Dan Meredith, loads of room down the right. Meredith picked it up, 2-3 touches, whipped in a vicious ball, ankle height. Kettering didn't deal with it, but Dan Turner did, and Leamington back 2-1 ahead.
Johnson with the throw. That's up towards Isaac Stones. Muscled out of it by a plethora of gold shirts. And Edwards reeling away from the Kettering midfield and looking to release Kelsey Mooney. And well, it's a second yellow card as Edwards is caught late. Well, beg your pardon, it's a bit of confusion as it's happening on the other side of the stadium to us. So it's Jack Edwards who's been sent for an early shower for a second bookable offence. Edwards reeled away from the Kettering midfield, looked to play through Kelsey Mooney. And I think it's the follow through from Jack Edwards which has earned him the second yellow card from the referee as he caught the onrushing Kettering player. And Jack Edwards has been dismissed on 36 minutes, and it's all tempers are boiling over now on the far side of the field in front of the Mick Brady stand. Joe Clark's involved for Leamington. Paul Holleran's, well, he's not getting involved, but he's definitely in the referee's ear about who is involved from a Kettering point of view. But the headline is that Jack Edwards has been showed a second yellow card, has been given his marching orders, but still he remains in the field of play, the Leamington captain. And well, Leamington took the lead about 5 minutes ago, but it looks like the tide of the FA Cup tie has turned against them. So, what will that do to Leamington's shape? What will that do to the Leamington mentality? More importantly though, what will it do to Kettering Town's spirit as Dan Turner looks to reel away down the left-hand side, flicks in towards the penalty area, big calls for hands, waved away by the referee. Leamington still in the attack meanwhile. Turner looking to turn away from Chris Smith down the left-hand side. He's got 2 red shirts for company. Waltzes his way past 2. Can't find a way past Harrison Neal. And Leamington win the corner. Well, it was a cheeky attempted across from Turner with the outside of his boot just to get it across the 6-yard box. And it was the retreating Kettering player with his hand down by his thigh. And we've seen it a dozen times on TV.
I think the only defence for him is he was desperately trying to get his hand out of the way. I mean, it definitely connected, but I think the referee gave him the benefit of the doubt.
And Kettering Town have time on their side. 50 minutes of it approximately. There's another ball sent forward. Kettering down the left-hand side of the penalty area. And it's whiskers away from creeping into that far post. It was teased across the goal from the winger who'd worked so hard to deliver the ball. I think it was Alex Brown, the left back. It came last of a Leamington boot, which took it behind. It'll be Neal again from this near side. In it goes towards the penalty area, dealt with by Steph Morley right under his own crossbar. But Leamington can look to counter-attack with Simeon May. He's got Dan Turner up with him if he can pick his head up. Gold shirts flooding forward now, but the pass just wasn't good enough. And Kettering survived what could have been a very menacing counter-attack from Leamington. The final ball just not there from Simeon May. And now Kettering themselves up the other end of the pitch with Stones. Left-footed delivery. Finds the head of Carl Morrison, who heads away only as far as Brown. Left-hand side of the penalty area. Drives it across goal. Perry on the spin. Looking to get a shot away. Perry hits the post. And it's trickled in though for Kettering. And it's the substitute, the veteran, Kyle Perry, who has brought the Poppies back level. And this FA Cup third round qualifying tie has taken another turn. And Kettering have dug deep and have got their equaliser 15 minutes into the second half against the 10 men of Leamington, who looked dejected as they walked back to the halfway line.
Kettering just took the pressure, didn't they, for 5 minutes? And again, the ball into the box wasn't dealt with by Leamington. Perry used all his strength, all his experience, made a lot of room for himself. Turned and swivelled, wasn't the cleanest of contacts, but it didn't need to be. Inside of Jake Weaver's post, all the way across the other side. Weaver scrambling, couldn't get it, and it was in the back of the net before he knew what had happened.
Meanwhile, Perry has been brought on to do exactly that for Kettering, and he's done it fantastically again, releasing Powell on the left-hand side into the penalty area. Angles tight, back across goal, steered away by Carl Morrison. Back towards Powell, still on the left-hand side, Kettering. Afusu, right-footed cross towards the back post. Perry arriving, and Perry puts Kettering in the lead. He buries his header past the rooted Jake Weaver, and Kyle Perry has turned this game right on its head. Kettering lead by 3-2, and Leamington are capitulating. The 10 men of the breaks collapse under the pressure of the Poppy onslaught, and Kettering now lead by 3-2, and the veteran Kyle Perry has 2 of them in the second half. Leamington 2, Kettering Town 3. Out towards the right hand side to Joe Clark, picks up under pressure from Sheriff, the captain. Simeon May in field, just shy of the centre circle. Steers out towards Dan Turner, who skips away from one challenge but can't find a way past Barrett, and now it's Powell who can steam away down the left hand side. Poppy's arriving in support. Powell touches in field in towards well, it was Neil who took it past Jake Weaver but couldn't steer his effort on target and found the side netting, but it was a terrific counter-attacking move once again. Lovely ball into the path of Harrison Neal, who took it round Weaver but just couldn't get his angle sorted out to direct his effort on goal and just hit the side netting, and that would have well and truly buried the breaks. Mooney picks up meanwhile as the penalty area, still going Kelsey Mooney straight down the throat of Davis, who falls on the ball and just buys him time a bit of respite following a rare Leamington attack. There'll be another Leamington throw in just shy of the corner flag.
Breaks just need to dig deep now to try and move themselves into the ascendancy, don't they, in the last 20 minutes of this game or so.
In it goes towards Anderson, who flicks on towards the penalty area. May picks up in the penalty area, is caught late, and Leamington have a penalty. Well, it was flicked on by Cameron Anderson from the edge of the area. May got there first ahead of the 2 Poppy defenders and just toppled over an outstretched leg. And Leamington have a lifeline in the second half where they've been second best. The 10 men of Leamington have a chance to get themselves right back on level terms.
Well, I think the question that was being asked was that I think it was Connor Johnson who was just a little bit late on May, and I think they all sort of piled around asking for a second yellow.
Dan Turner, who's already converted one from the spot this season, beat Turner from 12 yards, and he scores! 3-3 in an enthralling Emirates FA Cup third qualifying tie. And once again, we're back to square one, all to play for. The 10 men of Leamington have drawn themselves level, and it's Dan Turner with his 5th of the season from 12 yards.
Well, Turner, his last penalty that he took here, he planted into the top bin, didn't he? This one straight down the middle, plenty of power on it, never in doubt, and wow, like we say, 6-goal thriller here, 3 apiece.
The magic of the FA Cup is well and truly alive at your Co-op Community Stadium. Leamington 3, Kettering Town 3. So 10 minutes to go. Kettering Town with a free kick from the left-hand side. Neil over it. It's an inviting ball, and it was Perry who got his head on it, but just couldn't rise enough to get any convincing contact towards goal, and it rolls behind harmlessly for a goal kick to Leamington. Clark heads on. Mooney looking to take advantage on the halfway line, but it's Chris Smith who steps out to retain possession. Crawford, the substitute, lays it off back towards Neil. Thought about the shot from about 30 yards. Instead spreads it wide to Barrett, who is up from right back now. Barrett with a slick ball in towards Crawford, who managed to get that across goal. A firm challenge comes in from Simeon May to prevent Decay Sheriff turning and firing on goal, but looks like Simeon May have injured himself in the process as he slams the turf in pain.
It was a hell of a challenge from Simeon May, because I think Steph Morley thought that the break of the ball and the skid of the ball was going to take it out for a goal kick, but it didn't. It was kept in by Kettering. They fizzed the ball into that near post area again, and as it looked to settle, I thought for the life of me that Kettering were about to find the back of the net again, but for Simeon, mate.
And there is the full-time whistle that brings us to a close here at your Co-op Community Stadium. Well, enthralling, entertaining and end-to-end. It promised to be an enthralling tie, and it's delivered. It's another classic Emirates FA Cup qualifying tie on Harbury Lane. These two teams will go again at Latimer Park on Tuesday in the replay, where one of them, by the end of that 90 or 120, or if we have to go all the way to penalties, will end up in the hat for the 4th round of Emirates FA Cup qualifying. And it ends here in a stalemate. Leamington 3, Kettering Town 3. We go again at Latimer Park on Tuesday.
So Paul, a very eventful afternoon. Great determination from the lads playing the majority of the game with 10 men and come away with the draw for the replay. Your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, listen, like you say, to be trialling with 10 men, and just, you know, showed lots of energy and endeavour to get the equaliser, and probably the balance of play deserved it. But what's gone on before is just flabbergasting. I looked at the first half. I've been standing on the line a long time, and I've seen a local game pouring down with rain, real good cup tie, very competitive. I didn't see a bad tackle in the game. I didn't see a bad tackle in the first half. I didn't see one. I've seen players being competitive. I didn't see anything. So to come off at half time with 6 yellow cards and a red card was just mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. I am absolutely baffled. And when you look back at you'll be able to see. And then the consistency. I went in half time. I said, listen, if you carry on like this, we're going to end up either-side. I think you just need to take everything into consideration. Blah, but obviously second half then he's changed his style a little bit. So it's bitterly disappointing because, I mean, it's still a fantastic cup tie, isn't it? Everyone's 3-3, it's had everything. So people have still enjoyed it, but from our point of view, a game I think that possibly with 11 v 11 we had enough to probably see it through today. We've had to dig really, really deep to to get the equaliser. And these boys are capable. They're fantastic. We're disappointed with the goals we've conceded. You know that when we look back at them, we've allowed somebody to turn back post. Where Kettering were really brave was they left people on a high line. So it turned into a bit of a game of table tennis in the end because both sides had chances. So it was a fantastic cup tie. I don't think either side deserved to win or lose it, to be honest. Just disappointing because obviously now that gives us some big problems for Tuesday night. I think with the FA Cup rules, Jack will be suspended, obviously Simeon will be out, so yeah, and you can't do nothing. So we're just going to have to go again and see where it takes us. But listen, it was, on the whole, take all the bits and pieces away, it was a really good cup tie.
We saw Simeon May did come off there quite towards the end. Have we got any latest on him at all?
Yeah, we're hoping it's impact. That's local derby FA Cup, isn't it? Players, committed players, their players, our players, trying to revert the danger. His name was fantastic today, Simeon, as well. Really was. And listen, there's that much happening in the last 2 hours. None of our games are over 90 minutes, are they? like 100 or 200 minutes or whatever. Our second goal was fantastic today. But listen, it's but fair play. Big Carl Perro. God bless him. He's still doing it. And listen, as I said, I think on the balance of everything that's gone on today, it's probably about right. I just probably felt if we could have kept it 11 v 11 at 2-1, I'd probably seen it through. I think, but that's the FA Cup, isn't it? So we'll go again Tuesday.